This morning, I'd like to invite you to join me as we sit in each other's silence. It's the period of Lent in the church calendar, and a very remarkable time in the church calendar. A time of perhaps giving up, emptying, but also for new beginnings, transformation, for perhaps some new experiences of the presence of God in our lives. So this morning, I'd like you, as we do, to first of all just get acquainted with your surroundings again. Just notice everything around you. Almost as if you're introducing yourself to everything around you. Making their acquaintance as if for the first time. Now, if you're comfortable with that, you can close your eyes. Just become aware of the chair upon which you're sitting. Perhaps you can even imagine that the chair is providing you with support, is accommodating you, is really folding and indenting to make your sit here this morning comfortable. Let us start by just becoming aware of our breathing. The rhythm of breathing. As you're participating in your life by breathing in, breathing out. And perhaps you might become aware of it being a process of filling up and emptying out. Breathe in deeply. Just become aware of how your chest is expanding as air flows into your chest. Life-giving air. And as you breathe out, feel how you become lighter as you empty out that which your body no longer needs. And perhaps you just want to rest and contemplate this as a symbol of living, a symbol of life, filling up and emptying out. As always, I'd like you to become aware of your feet. your feet resting on the floor. Rest in that. Allow that to remind you of your own resting in the love of God, in His grace. And as you rest in this experience of being in the grace of God, allow that to be your grounding. Allow yourself to be grounded thus in the love of God. Breathing deeply again. As you breathe in, feel the air flowing into your body. Feel the warmness in your chest. Perhaps you might dare to experience that as the love of God, as you become immersed, filled with the love of God. And as you breathe out, once again experience that as an emptying out. And perhaps this morning you might be reminded of the word kenosis, spiritual emptying out. Perhaps you can experience that as a release, surrender, a letting go. Breathing deeply again. Feel the warmth in your chest, in your heart. Acknowledge that as the love of God, that warmth. And experience how you becoming centered within God's grace as you also breathe out. You just experienced this coming home, certain lightness. Perhaps this morning you might experience life as a lightness of being. And as I invite you now to sit with me as we join each other, sit in each other's silence. Perhaps this morning you can also have an experience of being cared for, of sharing in this grace as we share the grace, the loving presence of God. This morning, as we sit in each other's silence, I'd like you to be reminded of Philippians 2 from verse 5 onwards, referring to how Jesus was emptying himself to become human, to bear such a burden for us, even unto the cross. But sit and wonder this morning about that emptying that is referred to there, and allow that to be your portal to an experience, even a physical experience, of the presence of God this morning. And if you're in Pretoria this morning, perhaps you might hear the wind blowing and be reminded of the Holy Spirit, the presence of the Holy Spirit, reminding you of the indwelling presence of God in your life. Now let us sit in each other's silence for the next few minutes, just opening ourselves up intentionally to experience the presence of God. Breathe in deeply again. And just allow this experience of the presence of God to become an experience of grace, which you might even physically experience, celebrate through the rest of this day. Breathe in deeply. As you breathe out, just experience that lightness that comes with emptying out. Thank you.